Hi, and good, what we say in Hebrew is Erev Shabbos, a good welcoming of the weekend to all of you. It is a time when things are very busy in a Jewish household, but then Shabbat comes in and it's just a time to be with yourself, to be with your family, to really relax and enjoy. And so I wish all of you a wonderful, relaxing, amazing weekend. So what I wanted to talk about today is I realized I've already done a whole bunch of episodes, but I haven't talked about holistic healing, which is very interesting to me because so much of what I do is about holistic healing. And then on my walk up here, when I was thinking about, okay, I'm going to talk about holistic healing today, I was thinking, well, I talked about the impossible being possible. I talked about following our own truth, and I talked about our beliefs, whether it was in the podcast or in the vlogs this week, and that our beliefs set up our reality. And then I realized, well, there you go. Oh, and empowerment. We've been talking about empowerment. And I realized all four of those things are holistic healing. The world of holistic healing it's not about conventional versus holistic. It's not about, everything energetic. I don't know what, different people come into the, have an understanding of holistic healing, the holistic world, with interesting ideas based on what they've heard, based on stereotypes, based on what they've seen in the movies or TV shows, etc. And so let's just talk about the four things that I just mentioned. Okay, so first of all, holistic healing is about empowerment. It's about taking responsibility for your own health. Whereas in conventional medicine, it's set up very much to, you listen to the doctors, you listen to what the experts say, and you follow their directions. The doctors, the nurses, the physical therapist, and I'm a physical therapist, I'm not putting anyone down here. You're listening to what they're saying and following their instructions, and that's going to lead you to your health, right? That's the supposition. That's the premise. However, and in conventional medicine, there are doctors who do say to people, take responsibility for your own health. What are you eating? How are you sleeping? And they do make the person look inside. In holistic medicine, holistic healing, we encourage it's not about us treating someone. It's about accessing that person's internal physician and having them heal themselves. So, and having them, another tenet, what is it that feels right for you, right? What is your truth? And going with that. And you can go to the doctors and get consults and consult with different people that you feel can help inform your decision. But the bottom line decision should be what feels right for me. What in this moment is the right decision for me. So I think it's very important because a lot of people are like, oh, you're a holistic practitioner, you're against conventional medicine, and they just come in with this anti, like, and then they suppose certain things about me that aren't necessarily true, and not just about me, about holistic healers and practitioners in general. So we discussed empowerment. We discussed following your own, knowing your own truth and following your own truth. And the other thing is the impossible is possible, right? In holistic healing, we don't say, oh, well, the statistics say this, and therefore this is your prognosis. We believe that your prognosis is what you believe can happen. So if someone says holistic healing cannot treat tumors, it won't treat tumors for them. And if someone else says holistic healing can heal tumors, then for them, they will reach some level of healing greater than they are at today, whether it's a complete healing of the tumor, whether it's acceptance. If someone's at an end stage, the healing can bring them a lot of acceptance. Whether it's a matter of, oh, okay, let's get the tumor to decrease its symptoms, to excise, and then and then surgery can happen. So it can be a mix of the non-conventional, the holistic, and the conventional. The point is, what is your belief, right? So the common example, and as I mentioned this before, okay, if your feet are if you walk around barefoot in the winter, you don't have socks on your feet, and you're walking around in the house, cold floors, no, you're going to catch a cold, you're going to get sick. And that's not necessarily true. And people might agree with me about that. But then when I say the larger statement, which is just because the person sitting next to you might be sick and sneeze on you, doesn't mean that you're going to get sick. Right? People think that it's the bacteria and the viruses that are spreading that makes people sick. And it's not. It is not the bacteria and the viruses that make people sick, because if that was the case, if one person in the house has, let's say, corona or strep, then everyone in the house would have it, right? Because it's there and people are touching it and it's on surfaces and it's just going to be there. It's going to get shared. And so if not everyone's getting it, or most people are getting it, then maybe it's time to question that and live with the belief, which is my belief, that someone gets sick if and when there is a need for their body to heal or clear on a specific level. So that's the aspect of belief. And then there is, oh no, I think I covered everything. Belief, the beliefs, okay, possible, impossible. So I combined those two. So just to finish, I want to say that I find that my knowledge in holistic healing has really empowered me as a parent, with the knowledge that I have, and I've taught a holistic first aid course for moms, to just give people to their fingertips something that they can do to empower them. Your kid wakes up in the middle of the night with a cough. There are 4 simple things that you can do in order to help them with their breathing and have a good night's sleep. Someone wakes up in the middle of the night with pinworm. Here is an essence to keep on hand, and that essence balances the intestines, and so the pinworm don't have an unhealthy place to live because they look for unhealth, and the pinworm go away. There's so many different things. So someone's starting to feel a cold coming on, propolis, a completely natural, made by bees, antiseptic that I find works wonders. And there's just so many tools out there, so many tools. And we're going to discuss some of them. And I see that I've totally gone over the time. So I'm going to say goodbye and a lovely weekend. And if you have any questions or comments, I would love for you to write them below. And please feel free to follow me on Facebook in my timeline, Devora Harrow. And it's Harrow with 1 R. And, you can see how it's written. And if you've subscribed, you can see... you could see how my name is, and follow me on Facebook. I send up posts all the time that really coincide with what we discuss on these vlogs. So have a great weekend and lots of health and blessings to you all.